Take me as I am. No. Starting is always the hardest part. We tend to overthink things and end up not doing them at all. The fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, it can be overwhelming. But fear is just a feeling. It's not real. It's not tangible. It's just something we create in our own minds. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why it's important to push through that fear and start taking actions towards your dreams and goals. I think that there are so many people out there with amazing dreams and ideas, but are held back by fear. If you're one of those people, I want to let you know that it's okay to be scared. But what's not okay is to allow fear to hold you back from pursuing your goals. If you're new here, you are welcome to my little corner on the internet. Kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you always stay updated each time I post impactful videos like this one you're about to watch now. Okay, why do so many of us struggle when it comes to starting something new? Here are a few reasons and how you can overcome them. Number one, uncertainty. The fear of the unknown can be a significant roadblock when it comes to starting something new. Look, nothing in this life is certain, and the only way you can find out is to take that first step. Do your research, create a plan, and be ready to adapt as you go. Don't wait till you have it all figured out. Remember, the journey towards success is not a straight line. It's the ups and downs that makes it worthwhile. So don't overthink it. Just do it. Nothing is certain in this life. Number two, perfectionism. The fear of not being perfect can be another reason why people hold back from starting anything new. Perfectionism is a myth. I will say that again. Perfectionism is a myth. Take it from a recovering yet often relapsing perfectionist. No one is perfect, and the pursuit for perfection can lead to procrastination and inaction. Instead of trying to be perfect, focus on progress. Take that first step. Make mistakes, learn and improve. Number three is the fear of failure. We worry that we might try something new and don't succeed. The fear of failure, I know that feeling too well. When I wanted to start YouTube and my current business, I was scared. I was worried about failing. I am an overthinker, so I overthink every single thing. I mean, literally, I overthink every single thing. I analyze every single thing before I go into it. Every single step, every single detail. It's more like I try to see the end from the beginning. So when I wanted to start my YouTube channel and my current business, I was scared. I was scared of starting. I was scared that I am going to fail. I was afraid that I don't have the necessary skills and experience to succeed. The truth is, those fears and those feelings were just holding me back, because the skills and experiences and knowledge that I have acquired since I started this journey, I would never had gone this far. I would never had acquired them if I had allowed myself, to stop me from taking that first step. If you're feeling the same way, trust me, I understand how you feel, but I would encourage you to take that first step. Just do it. Do it. Here are a few things to keep in mind as you get started. First of all, remember that everyone starts somewhere. No one is born an expert in anything. So don't worry about not having all the answers in place or knowing how to do everything perfectly right now or right away as you're getting started. Just start and trust that you figure things out as you go on this journey. It's like an onion. As you go on this journey, you keep unveiling each layer of yourself that you never knew existed. You keep unveiling skills that you never knew you have. Existing skills. I don't mean new skills you acquire along the way. I mean existing skills, like you're capable of doing this thing, but you never knew. And you'll never know until you take that first step. I had a conversation with someone who wants to start creating content on YouTube. She asked me, how did you get it all figured out? I told her, I don't. I saw the expression on her face. She was like, what do you mean? I've watched your videos, like, almost all of them. And what are you talking about? I told her, see, if I tell you I have it all figured out, I'll be lying to you. I am still learning. Each day I'm trying to improve myself and I'm learning new things. So the only person standing between you and your audience that are waiting for you is you. All you need to do is to start. Your first video is going to suck. When I made a video about starting a YouTube channel in 2023, I said something about that. Your first video will not be great. I watched my first video a few days ago and I was like, what? The boldness. Who gave me this boldness? Who did this to me? Seriously, my first video was not great. It wasn't. If you compare my first video to this one right now, it wasn't great. But I did it. I dared to start. So I told her the only person standing between you and your audience is you. So you just have to know what you want to put out there and just put it. Even if you don't even know, you might have different rough content ideas. What am I going to be talking about? Should I talk about this or should I talk about this? Should I talk about this? If you have 3 content ideas, just put out one. Yes. Set up your phone, record, do your editing how you would do it, and just put it out there. The most important thing is that you are intentional about what you're doing. You are intentional. You know exactly what you want. You have goals set for yourself and you are intentional about working towards those goals. Because if you just set it out there and be like, okay, I am not perfect. For perfection doesn't mean you shouldn't improve yourself. Those are 2 different things. Don't just put out your first piece of content and then relax and be like, take me as I am. No. Every single day, you should work towards improving yourself, improving your content, improving your skills. You need to improve your research skills, your communication skills, your presentation skills, your editing skills, your marketing skills. You need to improve on a lot of skills. So these are not things that you're just going to do in one day. All of the skills you acquire along the way and you get to improve on them as you go. If you're worried about how people will receive your content, that's just all it's going to be if you don't put it out there. Yes, you will never know how people will receive it until you put it out there. What if people don't receive it? What if they do? Another thing to remember is failure is not the end of the world. Failure is often a necessary part of the learning process. You will make mistakes, you will stumble, you might even fall outright. But that's okay. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. And every setback is a chance to come back stronger. It is through our failures that we learn what works and what does not. So instead of letting the fear of failure to hold you back, use it as a motivation to keep pushing forward. Remember, every successful person has failed at some point in their life. The key is not to let failure discourage you or make you give up. Instead, use it as a chance to regroup, reassess, and let your comeback be loud. Another thing that can help you get started is to break your goals into smaller and more manageable steps. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, focus on the first few steps you need to take. What's the first thing you need to do to get started? Maybe it's doing some research or reaching out to a mentor or just setting aside some time to work on your project. Whatever it is, focus on the first step and let every other thing come after. Don't try to do everything at once and call it multitasking. I used to do that sometimes. In my bid to do everything at once, I'll call it multitasking. I'll give it a rational name. I am multitasking. And at the end of the day, I'll be so overwhelmed and I might end up not even having any result at all, or just one. Trying to do so many things at the same time. So focus on the first step and let others follow after. When I started Zitari, I had to learn a skill, which is web development, developing my website myself. So I focused on that. I was so intentional about it. Take one thing at a time. Seriously, take one step at a time. Pick that particular thing that's important. Wait, have you read the 80-20 principle? I love calling it the Pareto principle. Read that book. This one. Finally, on things you have to keep in mind as you get started, don't be afraid to ask for help. Whether you need advice, support, or just someone you need to bounce some ideas off on, there are always people willing to help you. So don't be afraid to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Reach out to friends, families, or even online communities to find people who can offer the support and encouragement you need to keep going. Starting something new can be scary, but it can also be incredibly rewarding if you let the what ifs go. So don't let your fears hold you back. Take that first step and see where it leads you. Who knows, you might just surprise yourself with what you're capable of. I am rooting for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you find value in this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends. I will see you in this